Hello, everyone.
Woo!
Welcome back to G Live Game Night. We are your hosts, Willow and Dwayne. And tonight we're gonna talk about New Year resolutions, specifically board
Yeah.
game New Year resolutions. Happy Friday, Willow. How are
Happy
you?
Friday. That's so good.
Long week. A lot of things happened.
it
It's
was
our
it
first,
was yeah, it was first G Live week and bandami nang nangyayari agad.
which is exciting. So,
Exciting
while
things.
while we're waiting for our friends and to come in and join us, ano lang, a little bit of announcements. Hindi naman announcements, pero you know the drill. If you are in Facebook, please do like. No, not in Facebook. Share.
Share.
Share, because sharing is caring. Now, if you're in YouTube, that's where you like and subscribe so that you can get awesome content from us. Because here in G Live Game Night, we talk about board games, we talk about gaming in general, we talk about life
Life.
and anything under the sun. And we do a lot of puns. If you like puns, do like and subscribe because we're a very punny show.
There you go.
Yan. Uh, there you go.
Yep.
Pero ano pa ba? A lot of things happened this week. So before we dive in, konting recap lang. On Monday, we announced our roadmap. That's our
Mhm.
roadmap for the whole year 2022. And then on last Wednesday, we look at the games, the most anticipated games of 2022. Because
Yeah.
it's the start of the year, we're looking forward. This year is shaping up to be an amazing year in board
Yeah,
gaming.
for
I
board
mean,
gaming.
crosses fingers kasi a lot of things may happen. Pero parang the titles are
Yeah,
really
all the game
exciting.
releases, all the Kickstarters, yeah, Kickstarter game found, yung mga crowdfunded games this year are all siksik sa content and
Siksik talaga.
like for those na naka-experience na ng mga Kickstarters before, mas parang buo sila ngayon than the previous years, which is nice because everyone is, I guess, is stepping up their game in the crowdfunding side of board games. Exciting, very exciting.
Very exciting.
Yeah. But yeah, if you're in chat, let us know. Say good evening, like Mark Ellis here in YouTube right now. Sabi ko, good evening,
Yay!
GL Fam Bam. Welcome to the stream, Mark. And also Sam, hello. Welcome to the stream. We're doing our first 2022 like G Live. What did we call this?
I
G
think
Live
I think
podcast.
podcast okay na 'yun.
Podcast. So we're just gonna be talking about things. It's gonna be really really nice if you guys could share your thoughts also with yung topics natin in chat so we can also discuss it in the video. So other people also who's gonna watch a video na hindi live can also get some ideas even from you guys sa chat. Yeah.
Yes.
Hello
That's
France.
why
TGIF. Yes.
yes,
And
it's Friday finally.
it's finally
Yes.
Friday. And also JP, magandang gabi. Welcome to the stream.
Magandang gabi.
Go ahead, Dwayne.
Yes, that's why we have a question in stream that is,
Yeah.
what are your New Year resolutions? So it could be board game specific resolutions or
Mm-hmm.
any resolution that you want to take in your
Yeah.
that you have undergone or you will take. Kasi ako, I personally believe you can do any resolution at any time
Yeah.
of the year. Hindi
Mm-hmm.
kailangan New Year. It could be right now because we're gonna share some board game or New Year resolutions that you can also adopt, and we will also share some of ours. So if
Yeah.
you think that these resolutions will help you better your life, you can also adopt them. And even it's ano na ba ngayon? 14. Oh my wow, ang bilis.
Yeah.
Halfway through January na
That's
tayo.
already half a month. Parang kaka-Christmas lang natin. Half a month out of the 12
Half
na
a month.
yung umano agad sa atin. So yeah, but I do agree.
That's crazy.
You can do resolutions anytime you want. But I guess um for us parang yung the new year new me thing is a thing.
Ah,
So
yeah,
we
definitely.
that's why we do it on the New Year's. JP says, "Oh, Gino is also here. Happy Friday."
Happy
JP
Friday.
said, New Year resolutions. Let's see. Okay, we'll wait for your answers for your New Year's resolutions. Doesn't have to be board game related. It could be your personal
It
thing.
could be personal
If
that
you
you
just
want
want
to
to work
share
out, yeah,
because
yeah,
maybe some of your resolutions are very personal, so
yeah,
you don't have to share that.
Mark says, I think one of the things I promised myself this 2022 is that I should reflect first before a purchase. Questions like, will
Ooh.
it make me happy? Yeah. But
That's
board games make
true.
me happy, so I don't know where this is going. Yeah, actually, that's the loop. I want to be happy. I want to collect this.
Ooh.
But will it make me happy? Me honestly, any board game makes me happy, even if it's rated like 3 or a 2 in BGG. If me personally, I really like the game, or like my mechanics siya that I enjoy, or theme that I enjoy, I don't really care. It's something that makes me happy. If someone sells it for really cheap, I'm gonna get it. Automatic sa akin yan. Yung mga ganun. Kasi it makes me happy. It doesn't have to be like a top tier game. It doesn't have to
Yeah.
be on that anyone's list. But if it makes me happy, then I'll go for it.
Yeah, and touching upon that, it's really a balance ng parang I deserve this versus
Mm-hmm.
what do you call that? Buyer's remorse.
Mm-hmm.
Because what you want to have is that you don't have any regrets with your purchases
After.
because it's your
Mm-hmm.
hard-earned money.
That's true.
And you want to purchase things na parang will spark joy in your life. Very Marie Kondo. Uh, I love Marie Kondo, pero let's talk about that later. Pero so you have to balance that I mean, I'll treat myself, self-care, I deserve
Self
this, and
care.
then yung regrets and whatnot. For me, I think what helps, especially sa board game realm, there are tabletop simulators, there are board game arena where you can try out the gameplay first before
Yeah.
you dive in and purchase the game. You can also watch yung mga reviews. You can watch us. G Live Game Night, we do play or pass. So parang medyo you'll get an idea on how you feel about the game, how your group feels about the game. So para you don't have that buyer's remorse.
Yeah. Good evening, Aina. Welcome to the stream. Let us know if you
Hey, good
have
evening, Aina.
a New Year's resolution for your board game related or not. But JP here, non board game related or could be board game related. He says to live more and to pray more.
I
Very
agree.
very nice. New Year resolution to live more is very interesting. But yeah,
And to
maganda
pray more
yung
than
yeah.
partner
I
pray
mean
pray to
yeah.
have more money.
So you can buy board games. Pray that you can play uh in the next All Aboard XP.
Ah.
Sam,
Wala pa rin.
meron board game resolution si Sam, sabi niya, try to avoid filling the void left by face-to-face gaming by buying more games. Play more solo games instead. That's an interesting point. Actually, ako din, it's very hard to play face-to-face with like gamers kasi I play naman with my brothers and my family, but iba pa rin when you like me and Dwayne plays or like
Yeah.
when I play with you guys on All Aboard. But to play more solo games and also to play games when there are opportunities to play games is something that I want to do more this year. Yeah. Nung December kasi actually, I had like syempre dun lang tayo nagka-chance na mga gathering. And it
Mhm.
was nice kasi all the gatherings I brought a game with me, whether I know they're gonna play or not. And then surprisingly, every time I brought a game, sila yung mag-i-invite sa akin, "Uy, di ba you're doing this live stream with Gaming Library? Di ba you work in Gaming Library? Do you by chance have any board games with you?" Tapos I'm like, yep, I do have board games with
Yes.
me.
Yes. You don't have to
Kaya,
ask me twice.
kaya masaya.
Here.
Like, people were asking, "Oh, Willow, where did you buy the game we played? Like, yung Helapagos, yung The Mind. How much ba yun? Point Salad, where did you get it? Ang talino naman ng mga board games ngayon." All of those things that you hear from people not super familiar with the hobby. is really nice. And you won't like get to do that if nung sa una pa lang na tinanong ka na, do you have games with you? And you said, oh, sorry, hindi ko dala. Or, sorry, I'm lazy to teach. Or anything like that. Parang dun pa lang makakat na yan. Like, okay, hindi pala sila ganun na board gamers. Yeah.
I agree. I think more than board game players, we are enthusiasts and we are ambassadors for the hobby. Wow,
Mm-hmm.
ambassadors, big word, pero totoo 'yon na parang everywhere you go, you share the joy of the hobby and you know, you don't parang there there were maybe it's not me, pero I've known some people na parang they feel shy na parang, hindi, I don't want to presume, I don't want to push this na ano lang, shy. Pero you don't know that people will how people will respond if you exude confidence and
Mm-hmm.
you are an ambassador for this hobby.
Yeah.
So yeah, I agree. Bring board games wherever you are and if try to teach it to people, have patience kasi some people naman parang ayoko magturo kasi nah. So
Nakakatamad or like ang hirap
nakakatamad.
magturo, hindi naman sila makikinig. You'll be surprised with
You'll
your
be
your
surprised.
your friends or like your family na parang once you get a game on the table and then you show them the game, how excited they are to learn it, how excited they are to beat you in the game, how excited they are
At that. Yeah.
to like learn about this game, and then wanting to get the game and share it with their friends. You'll be surprised
Yeah.
kasi not everyone actually knows na meron ganitong mga board games. Like just
Yeah,
ano,
definitely.
another story nung All Aboard XP. um we were there, we were standing, tas if you guys were playing dun sa ano, but I was like kind of like talking to people in front, tas may an older gentleman, siguro mga 60s na siya.
60? Yeah.
60s na siya. You saw that.
I saw that.
He was so interested in board games kasi he ano siya, nagkakasino siya, and he's a gambler basically. But he quit like 10 years ago or something like that. And he was surprised na, o paano ba yan? Bakit may dice yan? Bakit may monsters naglalabanan?
Oh.
Nagpupustahan ba kayo? Like, may pera ba dyan? Or ano? I was like, no, we're just here to have fun, play board games, ganyan. And then I showed him na, look, this is King of Tokyo. You roll dice 3 times, ganyan, like Yahtzee style. Tapos he was like, oh, parang casino rin, no? You're like, nag-risk ka rin, pero walang involved na pera. Parang ang saya ng ginagawa nyo. I'm really surprised about this hobby kasi I've never seen anything like this. Gumaganyan siya sa akin. And I was like, it's very nice to share it with you. Tinanong, in the end, he was asking me, so meron kami store dito? I was like, yeah, we do have a store there. If you'd like, I can help you. If you're planning to buy something for your family or for your pamangkin or your apo. Sabi niya, oh, bibilan ko yung apo ko ng yung King of Tokyo kasi mukhang maganda at lalaroin ko din. So, just so you know, a lot of people don't know that there are board games or there are these things that they can experience outside of like the casino or the video games or all of these other things na meron silang um, hesitation to like go into. So yeah, I think
I
a New Year resolution for everyone. I would highly suggest that you adopt is basically share the hobby with at least a friend,
yes.
and don't be scared to like share it with people na you think would judge you for being a board gamer.
Yes, I totally agree. Kasi there's still a notion na kapag gaming, there it's still yeah, the casino, may money involved. But with us, the monies are always paper money. Walang cash na nangyari and whatnot. Pero we can still have a lot of fun kasi I don't know. I never had never played a board game na may cash involved.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with that.
We have comments. Mark Ellis says, sorry for spoiling the new arrival. So don't worry, you don't spoil it. It's not yet there.
It is
Okay,
not spoiled. It
don't worry
is
about it.
meant to be.
It's meant to be.
That means
Hi.
someone's paying attention.
Yeah, yeah. Hi, Kai. Welcome to the stream.
Hello, Kai.
Frances. for his New Year resolution, do not just buy new games. Find time to play what you have. Yep,
Oh
that is
yeah,
a good one. What we call the
the
player
shelf of
games.
shame,
Dun sa shelf of shame or shelf of opportunity.
of opportunity. True.
Yeah, yeah,
Dapat positive, no? Positive reinforcement.
yeah,
It's just there waiting for you to play. Uh
yeah,
yeah, I think we can dive right into our actually
yeah.
nag-start na tayo,
Next start na tayo actually. But we
madami na
can
tayong nasabi.
let's I guess we'll, since we're talking about board game New Year resolutions, let's try to define resolutions and also why we do it New Year, and maybe let's quickly share how we can make um sustainable resolutions for this year.
Ah, yeah.
uh,
So, ano, but I guess New Year resolution, no? So let's start New Year. So why usually New Year? Kasi we have the concept of New Year, New Me. And
yeah.
uh I don't know where it started. Maybe a quick Google search would pero for me, I always adopted New Year resolution kasi I would usually go home to the province kapag December for the holidays.
Yeah.
So it's like and then the New Year resolution would be enacted when I come back here in Manila kasi parang may it's like back to the real world. And it's like um I don't know. A lot of people attribute New Year to new me, New Year, new me, and it's just parang there's this feeling of hopefulness na parang and wanting to change.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I think I have been subconsciously adopting like New Year resolutions. Like hindi ko siya nililist per se or ano sinasabi. I kind of like say it to like friends or nasasabi lang minsan. But I feel like I've been doing that kasi I guess may reflection in Christmas, also New Year, and
Oh
also it
yeah.
doesn't help na yung birthday ko is like the January January
Happy
9.
birthday!
So parang you lalo na this past Christmas na you kind of reflect of what happened nung Christmas, and you see that's the time you get to see your family, the time you get to meet your friends, to find out not the real ones, and yung mga baka nandyan lang for ano, these are the time you decide who you want to spend your time with. And I guess coming into the new year, that's when you're like deciding
Sorry.
for real sa sarili mo na parang I'm gonna do this more. I wanna do this more kasi I experienced this Christmas na ganito yung nangyari sa akin. I wanna do this less kasi nung Christmas ganito yung nangyari sa akin. I think that's why most of us also put resolutions dun sa New Year.
Oh yeah, parang I agree with your point nga parang at the end of the year you reflect on what happened sa the whole year. So come New Year, you resolve some
Mm-hmm.
things that you feel that you want to change.
Yeah.
That's so smart. I'm looking at I did a quick Google search. Apparently, the ancient Babylonians have been the first people to start making New Year resolutions.
What was their first ever New Year
I
resolution?
don't know
Okay,
to
that's another GL question. What do you think was the Babylonians' first ever New
what
Year's resolution? Plant more carrots, something like
plant
that. I guess.
more ano or irrigate the fields. I don't know. Okay,
uh,
sige. Now resolutions part.
mhm,
I think we touched about it na parang we want to change, we reflected, and we resolved. Parang I think it's just human nature that we constantly try to improve ourselves. And there's a Japanese term for that, which is kaizen. Oh,
mhm.
wow.
Wow.
Every now and then, binabanggit ko lang yun so that I'll sound smart.
What does it
Pero
mean? Kaizen.
continuous improvement. I think it's usually used in a business setting or in a corporate setting na parang you do incremental change, you continuously improve, but you can also apply it to your life. That's why earlier in the this episode, I said na you can adopt uh, your New Year's resolution, your resolution anytime during the year doesn't have to be New Year. Kasi we
Mm-hmm.
as humans, we strive to improve, we strive to become better, and we continuously improve.
Yeah,
And that's just human, the human experience.
that's really good. Kaizen. Maganda yan. I-tattoo nyo na yan sa ano, Kaizen. Continuous improvement. That's really nice.
Yes.
We do have a couple more who chatted their New Year's resolution. Gino says here, calling this my year,
Ooh.
year of campaigns. We'll try to go through and finish my campaign games. Just need to finish my Under Falling Skies campaign, then marathon the Plaid Hat storybook. Sana umabot yung Familiar Tales sa end for you.
I think that's
Um,
a nice way to parang go through your games na parang you have an overarching scenario. Parang you have a
yeah,
theme,
theme.
and it
Yeah,
will make it parang more special
yeah.
na and make it more memorable na parang, oh, 2022 was the year of campaigns.
That's actually really good. Also, if you have like campaign games, lalo na sa campaign games, no, you can try and kind of make it like a whole story. I don't know
Ooh,
how, but
agree.
I think Plaid Hat Games does that with like Aftermath, Mice and Mystics. Um, pwede mo i-continue. Baka naging stuffed toys na lang kayo at the end or something sa Stuff Fables. Gino said, New Year, new me, new games, new friends. Yep, new
I
games and new
agree.
friends. There you go. Also, Chief Meeple Hands is here. Hello. Sabi niya,
Hello!
he used a lot. Sabi niya, diet yung New Year's resolution
Diet.
niya. Actually, ako din. I do want to join a variable play si Ron, having like his
Yung Sunday
yeah,
exercise
the
gaming.
exercise days. I actually wanna join him in one of those days. Try ko mag-exercise if Ron, if you're here. I do watch you. Hindi ko lang nasusundan. Also, Chief Meeple said principle of Toyota. I think this is talking about Kaizen a
Oh
while
yeah,
ago.
Kaizen, yes.
There you
So, yun nga, usually business setting but totally applicable in your life. So,
go.
parang you can continuously improve yourself.
Clint also said my resolution is to play more. Yeah. Actually, I think this is a good segue to go into our resolutions because one of my resolutions also, still not gonna, is to play more.
Go on.
Basically, just play more. Like I said a while ago, madaming opportunities to play. It doesn't have to be a game night. It doesn't have to be an event. It doesn't have to be in store. It doesn't have to be all of these things na you feel na I can only game in these settings. You can, if you want to start playing solo games. Minsan kasi ako ganun eh, tinatamad ako na mag solo because I love the social aspect of games in general. But like I said, there are opportunities to play board games na you might not know. Like let's say just playing with yung pamangkin ko ng any type of game actually. Just tweak it a little bit. It's still considered playing a game. Ngayon I did buy an AVR, an Oculus Quest. And
Nice.
I think I can play Tabletop Simulator more kasi now I feel like I'm really holding the pieces. Also there's this game na Demio. I think that's still considered a board game. All of these things na you're not sure um kung opportunity ba siya to play, I think just go for it. Um Teaching your tita, teaching your pamangkin, teaching your lolo, teaching your all of these people na you think won't play those games. They I think it's a nice New Year resolution to try to at least share the hobby with them also. Yeah.
Uh, Touching on that, have you ever felt that you are too old to play? Because
No,
I
I've
have
never.
some friends or sometimes ako before I felt that I've grown older.
Mm.
Tapos parang pero not a problem anymore kasi hello, we play all the time. Pero I do believe na there's no age limit to
Oh yeah.
playing games, board games. Parang uh it's really nice to have. to have that yung family, oh, all aboard again. You have the mom, the dad, and the kid
Oh yeah.
playing games. Tapos parang they just enjoy themselves na parang
Yeah.
you don't have this preconceived notion na parang I'm too old to play that game.
Mhm.
Or parang or for maybe for us na gamers na parang I'm too old for a kids game. That
Nah.
we can try to remove that preconceived notion kasi it's a game, it's fun as long as everyone's having fun.
Mhm.
That's you're embodying the spirit of joy and happiness.
Yeah, and by doing that, you get to play more. That's the
Yes, agree.
that's the resolution that you want to do. You want to play more, no matter if it's not a game, it's not your favorite game, it's not a game that you're you like co-op siya or whatever. Like I think you can give a chance na kahit may bad experience ka with that type of game before, it might change now. So yeah,
Yeah,
you get to play more. That's a really good New Year's resolution.
true.
Yeah.
Ano pa ba? How do you handle shelf of shame or shelf of
Mm,
opportunity?
yeah.
Do you just force yourself na parang I made this resolution, I need to play this, or parang you just let it happen?
I've seen no I've watched like board game resolutions and seen some people commenting sa ibang mga posts. Their New Year resolution was to really handle their shelf of opportunity or shelf of shame. Na what they did is they're not gonna be buying any games until they finish their shelf of shame. And I think I mean it's a decent way to force yourself into playing the game. But for me, kasi I do buy my games in thinking that this game is for this person in this situation. Like I told you before, that's how I buy my games. And when I do that, I actually, kunyari, if there's an opportunity to do that, let's say my friend or my brother, let's say Willan, Willan and Will is my brothers. I bought this game to play with them. Every time that we get to see each other, I try to not really force them to play it for me to play it also, but I try to present myself in a way na I thought of you when I bought this game. Maybe we could play it together. That's how I do my thing. So I'm not sure entirely sure lang how you guys buy your games. Kung bakit siya it's in the shelf of shame. But when in a year I don't play the game, I eventually uh let it go. I share it with someone who I know would enjoy the game, and that's how I think that's how I handle my shelf of shame. Maybe you could share something
That's
that
a
you
good
can.
no.
Yeah.
Uh I think with any resolution, especially for this, you just have to be kind to yourself. Na parang uh yes, it's nice to have very smart goals, specific, measurable,
Mm-hmm.
accurate, uh or
Time.
realistic at saka time bound. Ang dami
Yeah.
nating mga random random productivity terms pero it's very important also to be kind to yourself and to allow yourself not to be honest kasi
Mm-hmm.
parang if a game has been on your shelf of opportunity for a long time, tas you cannot really make yourself play that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe there's a reason, and maybe that game has another place. Like it could be, uh, you could sell it so that you can buy the games that you really want.
Yeah.
You know.
Also, minsan, here's I just want to share. Minsan, a game is in the shelf of opportunity because it gives you joy just being in your shelf of opportunity.
Yes.
So, like just to mention a few, I haven't played this Funkoverse in like months already, but I love
Yeah.
having them there. Playing with smaller Funko Pops, also displaying yung mga Funkos na nandyan. But I don't really play the game, but it's something that I like being there. And eventually, if someone says, "Oh, I collect Funko Pops or something," I'm gonna say like, "I have a game for you." Or if
Yeah,
kahit sabihin lang
definitely.
nila, I love Rick and Morty. So sabihin ko sa kanila, I have a game for you. Kasi I have the Rick and Morty set or whatever. It's like don't I think just you forcing yourself to play the board game just because it's in your shelf of shame could really uh destroy the game's image for you.
Oh, yeah, true.
Kasi
Parang
pilit mong ginawa, parang gano'n.
yeah. So parang you just have to find a balance. Parang be honest with yourself, and if it really sometimes the game they serve a specific purpose like what Willow said na parang you don't usually play with it pero there's a moment na parang pag nag-visit yung friends ko or pag nandiyan yung
I
mga
have it,
pinsan
yeah.
ko, you have it ready to go. And
Yeah.
you have those games
Yeah, it could also just be a talking piece. Madaming gano'n actually in my shelf of opportunity.
of
Uh,
opportunity.
yeah.
Ang dali lang kasing sabihin ng shelf of shame. It's three syllables, meron S, H, S, H. Pero we want to. Hindi, okay lang
Yeah.
yan. You know, they are just words. We know that walang negative connotation with shame. There's no shame
Yeah.
in shame.
Yeah. Mark Ellis says, "Let's finish Clank Legacy, Dwayne and Ivan." Oh,
Yes!
that could be
Ang
a New
tagal
Year's
na.
resolution.
But uh, our usual problem is the the pandemic and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we live in
Also,
different households.
Sam says, "Let me know when you play Demio. Let's do up." Oh, there you go. See, just by
Ooh.
saying it here, I have an opportunity to play more games. If I did say it, baka wala akong makakalaro or I have to play with randoms. Mark Ellis also said, "I have been buying board games because I want to learn how game designers make their games,
Oh
what
yeah,
works and what doesn't." Yeah,
definitely.
it doesn't like you don't have to like play it multiplayer to discover all of these things. Like what Mark said, yung mga designer how they design their games. And to be honest, like I started the hobby doing that, buying games, having no one to play with, because I wasn't in like the groups yet. But playing the board game, laying out, reading the rules, because I'm really interested in rules and all of these programming things. Gino naman said, I have a backlog unplayed games from before the pandemic, but I recently accepted that it's okay and there's no shame in having unplayed games. There you go.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's yeah, well said. Okay,
Oh,
I'll share one personal resolution that I've made,
good.
board game resolution, and that is I think we touched about it a while ago, is to get new people into the hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, for the longest time, I have been part of the board gaming groups. I really enjoy getting new people into the hobby. Naging challenge siya when the pandemic started. But now, with G Live, we can now share the hobby once again. And
Yeah.
like I said a while ago, it's nice to be the ambassador of an hobby. There are many tenets to that. That's like you're very welcoming. You don't gatekeep. You invite everyone so that everyone feels welcome and accepted. And uh, kasi uh, sharing. Before not board game. I had I wanted to join a D&D group for the longest time,
Mm-hmm.
and it's so hard to find the D&D group because most of the D&D groups they're very in their tight knit groups. They have their own game, homebrew game. Tapos, of course, it's hard to find them because they don't publish. Na parang, hey, you can join us. And then, Adventurers League uh, came along, and it's a way where you can open tables and play and jump from one table to another. So I was able to
Mm-hmm.
find that, and when I joined that, it's just so happy and that hey, I'm able to find a group. It's my tribe, and after I found that group, we started running games for other people for newbies so that other people won't have that same feeling na parang I really wanted to find a group but I can't.
Mm-hmm.
So I parang in a way parang I want to pay it forward.
Yeah. I wanna touch into that also. Actually, I'm mahihain ako. Believe it or not, mahihain ako.
What? No way. The Willow mahiyain.
Legit. Like I don't wanna. I don't tend to like, lalo na in social media. I don't like comment on posts ng parang feeling ko epal ako, or like feeling ko I'm not really part of your group yet or something like that. I don't really comment or anything like that. But what made me like push into like commenting or kahit like joining like or even pushing me to stream with gaming library was basically to help my past self na nahirapan ako to get into a hobby.
Yeah.
I want to be that person to get all of these shy people who are in the background, usually lang sa background, or ayaw makihalubilo, or ayaw pumunta sa events or anything like that. Kasi before, like, I didn't see an opportunity for me to like try to at least join them, or
Yeah.
at least so parang ngayon when you're here now, and hopefully I'm you guys are all you're feeling the same way also. Let's try to be welcoming to other people. If
Yes.
nag may nakita kayo nag-post lang na let's say example, let's say fake yung game niya sa Philippine Board Game Enthusiast or something, you can like console them. Okay, help mo sila for his next purchases. You can chat with me. I'll help you out to find a game that you want. Or if may magtanong lang what games are good for kids, what games are good for ganyan, don't be afraid to like reach out to them. Kasi I was once like that, and I didn't want to reach out to anyone in the hobby without making
True.
sure na I am well informed about the hobby, something like that. And yeah, I think that's a good resolution that we can do this year. Yan. Uh
Wala lang, parang I'm imagining all of those times way back, sobrang, in Dice and Dine way back, um,
mhm.
group of friends kami ta's I would see like, a couple, 2 people lang sila, they're playing game. Tapos if you're 2 people, limited lang yung mga games that you can play.
Yeah.
So, what I do parang, "Hey, come join us, we can play this
Uh,
game." Tapos
that's
parang
so
when they
fun.
join, ta's parang you just gain new friends, and
Yeah.
actually that is how I met Ivan of Cardboard
Oh,
Buzz.
there
So
you go.
parang you'll never know the friends that you'll meet along the way if you don't open yourself up and you get in new people into the hobby.
Yeah. Yeah. Lewin says hopefully next month matapos na yung board game table.
Oh, board
Congratulations.
table!
Don't forget to post it on the groups or G Live Game Night so we can check out your board game table. I've been wanting to make a board game table also, pero medyo mahirap kasi kasya naman sa dining table namin yung games. Also, JP says might buy games for hosting purposes pag may
Oh,
bisita.
yeah?
Yeah, that is a very good idea. I have a lot of those games actually kasi yeah, I love hosting people. Nathan says, Willow, ayoko mag-post kasi hindi ako part ng group. Wow, nag-comment si Willow sa post ko. Well, that was also
Oh,
before. But also, I'm happy that you like my comments when I post in your when
I
I comment in your I feel like ano lang kasi talaga. I'm a mix. What do you call that? Introvert,
am
extrovert, the mixed one, ambivert.
ambivert.
Yeah. If I feel that I haven't interacted with you ng maayos or anything, I don't really like commenting in your posts. That's just me. Nahihiya kasi ako na sino ba tong person na to? And lalo na before. I mean, right now it's not as much. Kasi kumapal na yung mukha ko over through the years, but before talaga ayoko. I don't know. That's just me, I think.
Parang ano, I'm thinking kasi two-way rin siya. Parang as a community, you should be welcoming. Pero as a person, you should also be open. Like the time that we did our miniature painting,
Mhm.
sobrang I was nervous, and Willow said, Tara post tayo sa Pilipintados." And I'm like, "Willow, no. Oh my God. Those are experts. We're newbies.
Judge
They
us.
will criticize our work." Tapos parang you just have to,
Pinost ko na
give
lang eh.
yourself credit and push yourself. Tapos nag-post kami, tapos people were like, "Wow, ang galing." Tapos parang, wow, parang it's like a virtual hug that
Yeah.
the community gave to us. So parang, and that's what we all need,
Yeah.
a virtual hug.
Uh, right here, Gino says, another resolution, be more active in the community. Kahit super shy din ako, especially in person.
I
Yeah,
I'm
I
starting to believe Willow, shy. Gino, shy.
No, there's
Really?
there are type of people talaga like now Gino always does comment in our live streams. Pero I've seen also Gino dun sa all aboard na nahiya siya sumali sa groups when I call him. He doesn't wanna ano kasi hindi niya kilala yung
Mm,
tao. And I understand kasi ganun din ako Gino. But
yeah.
yeah, being more active lang sa community, commenting if you can share dun sa posts ng mga tao, and also sharing your thoughts if they do ask something naman, it would really help actually the community. Like you feel na mas alive. Everyone is ano, tas everyone's gonna follow na, oh, nag-comment yung newbie, so parang I can comment also, something like that.
Yeah. Pero
Yeah.
if you're still shy, okay lang yun. The
Oh yeah.
lurkers, we appreciate you because you're part of the community.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
You don't have to post. If you find the courage to post or to interact, that's really great. Pero pag hindi
Yeah.
naman, no pressure. We
Yeah.
still love you. Love, love, love.
uh I assess my board game resolutions this year. Number one, play unplayed board games. Nice. Number two, play with my old board games at least 3 times this year. Oh, nice. And number three, play with others on Board Game Geek. Yep.
Yay.
Sobrang thankful for Board Game Geek and all of these platforms that came in. Tabletop Simulator, Tabletopia, and
Yes.
what's the Euro site? I forgot.
Yukata?
I forgot the Euro site. But all of these things, grabe yung naging community online playing board games, and it's really nice to see everyone na more active, kasi mahirap nga naman mag-schedule ngayon and to get everyone together. But I like the play with others on board game arena. Usually I just play with the people I know, but like all of these events that Martin, yung Dice Connected, um the other one, the past one, made me realize na it's nice to play a board game with new people, even if it's just online. Yeah.
Mm, I agree. Do we have
Mark,
other comments?
madami pa. Mark Ellis, sana when I have a partner in the future, maging interested siya sa board games like me.
You know
Yeah.
what? Hindi yan
Mm,
malayo mangyari.
yeah.
Mer ako sa person, kini-claim ko talaga,
Oh,
may success story. I'm able to matchmake a couple. Ngayon married couple na
yeah,
sila.
yeah, yeah.
They still play board games. So parang, it can
That's awesome.
happen.
Yeah. Di
Believe
malayo
it.
actually.
Oo,
Uh,
kasi I believe if you share a hobby, tapos that's like one way that you can get to know each other.
yeah.
You'll get to know the strengths and weaknesses of each other. Paano siya matalo? Paano siya manalo? How does he or she think? You
Yeah.
learn a lot about a person when you're playing games and board games in general.
Yeah. Sam said, Willow, you can just make a board game topper then. Patong lang sa dining table and or any other table. Yeah, I actually do have a board game cloth, is what I like to call it.
Oh, ako
Medyo
rin. I bought
may texture.
neoprene
Mm, yeah.
kasi sa table, when you have a card tas naka-sleeve siya, ang hirap niyang iangat.
Ikunin. Yeah, yeah. That's true.
Sa slide mo siya, tas you put it on the edge of the table and then you get it like that.
Yeah. That's why I bought like yung sa Tela shops lang, like in Mega Mall or like Market. I bought like a 2 by 2, 2 meter by 2 meter, and then
Or
nilalapag ko siya sa table when I play. Yeah.
or in
So,
Shopee or Lazada, may mga
oh yeah.
fabric stores din. I can have it delivered. Easy peasy.
Yeah. JP says maraming shy person dito, and that's fine.
That's
That's
fine.
fine. Play board games the way you like to play board games. Experience board games how you want to experience it. If you just want to play solo, if you want to play multiple hands, if you want to try to play just with just one person muna, then everything's fine. Yeah.
I'm just amazed na na the transformation from being a shy person and now to a host of of
Oh,
a streaming.
if you guys I don't know if any of you guys seen yung mga first G lives, yung mga the host was Glory, the host was Dan. So watch those videos, see if I was talking dun sa table. You'll see yung shyness ni Willow and yung kakaiba niya ngayon. You'll see it there for
That
sure.
is what you call kaizen, continuous improvement.
You'll see
Okay
it
na.
there.
Na-bookend na natin, yeah. Pero I totally agree. I'm just surprised, yun nga, the transformation from what was then to now. You'll be surprised.
Yeah.
Uh, but it's up to you to take the first step. It's up
Yeah.
to you. Okay lang naman if you don't. Pero if you do, you'll be surprised and you might like it.
Uh, Kai says, Kai says, my New Year resolution is to play all my games. Ilan ba yan, Kai? And
Ay,
also, I'm wondering, do you consider playing your board game? Let's say you have Tapestry. You bought
aha.
Tapestry. Tas you play it through BJ. Do you consider your board game played?
Hmm. That's a good question.
I mean, it's not in not in like selling or trading terms of played, but do you
Parang
consider that?
for yourself, 'di ba?
Yeah, yeah. At that wala
Parang
lang. Just a
in
point.
one school of thought na parang you bought it tas you want to parang at least nagalaw mo siya, na-open mo siya, gano'n.
Hmm,
So, I don't know. I have no answer to that.
hmm. I think Kai said yes. I think she considers that but nice. She also said Kaizen.
Kaizen,
Kaizen. Nice.
everyone's guys, the pun game, just keep it up. I love it.
Nathan said, Sir Mark, just do what I did. My wife was not into it. Intro her with gateway games, let her win a couple of times, then learn what she enjoyed and get games of that style. Ganyan din daw ginawa niya sa kids niya. Let them win and then learn what they liked and got those. I remember actually Nathan was in All Aboard XP. I remember him asking a recommendation from me what to play with his wife and yung I think the newest member dun sa parang gaming group nila, which is yung parang tita or pinsan, I'm not sure. I'm sorry if I don't remember. But I gave them stick stack kasi sabi niya she loves dexterity games. And then naririnig ko na lang sila humihiyaw dun sa gilid and that was fun to see. Yeah.
And balik tayo dun sa getting your partner or your significant other or your kids into board gaming. We had an amazing show with Morgan of
Mhm.
G's at the Table. We talked about how to get your significant other, your partner, your wife, your husband eh, playing board games. Check it out nasa YouTube. Hanapin nyo lang doon. Because it's a fun episode and I
Yeah.
think super applicable at any time
Yeah.
na yeah, nandun lahat ng techniques. The secret strategies.
Gina here says, OMG, naalala ko yung earlier G Live episodes. May second comment, and I remember when Leo first asked me to join the GLX 24-hour stream. Tapos when Willow first invited me to play on stream, Potion Explosion and Carcassonne, I think. I was so camera shy pa. Yeah. It was a time of shyness but eventually like if you want to like if you're that's your goal to improve yourself dun in that regard you'll eventually get there kahit onti-onti
Yes.
lang.
You'll
Yeah.
eventually get there. I agree.
Whew. Yeah. More resolutions. Do you have any?
Ah,
I think I do have one, just because
go ahead.
we just sige. So since we discovered all of these, I'm looking at another camera. Well, just because we discovered um more hobbies in 2021, I would like to improve on them. So, 'di ba I painted one miniature last year? Yun lang yung nagawa ko. Naging super busy noong December. I'm aiming myself to do two miniatures this year. And
Two.
for you it might be small, it might be but I think having those smart goals which is two
Yes.
miniatures is enough for me. But do you have like ano din oh, also since we're talking about hobbies that we learned last year, also play D&D more or any role playing game more. That's my ano kasi um for me yes, I did discover them last year, but I do still wanna experience them more ngayon. Lalo na I discovered them last year. Ngayon yung parang pwede kong i-discover all of these adjacent hobbies or hobbies na related to board games. But yeah.
Well, for me, adjacent to board game, I've always wanted to play again Magic, The Gathering. I played back in high school, and the set there was Kamigawa. I think kung may mga Magic fans here, they will know because this year, 2022, they will release a new set based sa Kamigawa. So parang I feel it's destiny. I'll go back into Magic, The Gathering, na Kamigawa again. And kasi for the longest time, I've always been apprehensive kasi parang may notion yung mga Magic the Gathering players. But again, I really believe na you just have to find your tribe and the people that that has the same energy as you and you'll
Mhm.
enjoy the game. So I found many board gamers rin that play Magic the Gathering. Wala lang schedule at not the time pero mahaba pa namang year I'll play Magic. Kung hindi physical, we can do it sa Magic Gathering the Arena.
Look, it's actually nice to see all of these then. Sabi ni JP, on Magic the Gathering, wala akong experience doon. Also, Leuven said, never played MTG. You know
Oh,
what? We can try,
maybe.
like as a community resolution. We should try Magic. Baka I think there's an online, I forgot what it's called.
MTG Arena.
Yeah, meron naman to play that. Maybe one of these days we'll do a G Live game night of trying that
Yeah.
MTG. Yeah, maybe Leuven and JP would like to join us. We'll let you know.
Yes.
We'll be posting dun sa ganyan.
And there are, I believe there are two parang game modes of Magic na very that lends well into our board gaming experience, which is draft,
Yeah.
wherein uh you have sets of cards, tapos you pass them around, you build your deck. So that's very Seven Wonders. That's very Sushi Go. So very familiar. And there's also another one which is Commander. It's a multiplayer version. Four players kayo usually. So there's a lot of politicking. So it's
Mm-hmm.
close to our politics heavy game. And I think
Mm-hmm.
that's the entry point into Magic. Parang
Yeah.
if you're from board gaming, that's how I
Doon tayo pwede mag-dive.
yes,
Yeah.
pasok
It's
tayo dyan.
I think it's gonna be very similar to games like Unmatched, Dice Throne, yung mga four players kayo tapos you have a set of,
Yes.
of these powers already to battle against each other. So at least may familiar foot tayo dun sa Magic
Yes.
the Gathering once we get into it. We can try that. Yeah. Sabi ni Gino, sabi ata sa Valuable Play, last night you don't quit Magic, you just take a break. Long breaks.
Long breaks.
I've never played Magic. Maybe once,
I
pero not
played
like
high
fully.
school. Tapos yung deck ko snake deck. It's green, tapos madaming mga little snakes, basta. It's actually
uh,
fun.
Nathan said, I quit Magic so long ago. Grabe money ko so sa kanya. But yes, I have had so many years worth of memories from that game. Magic the Gathering, WoW, TCG, and also Versus card system. Sabi niya, I suggest booster draft games for a fun intro way of playing. There you go.
Yeah, pwede ring cube. That's also a way where you play Magic na I think more and more I'm realizing that again, you have to be honest and you find your tribe. Kasi if for example, your whole group you say, "Hey, we just play Pauper," which is walang expensive cards.
Mm.
So parang it's not as money sink. Kasi in Magic, the expense. Oh wow! As in there are cards na one card is a board game.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was the barrier that I didn't
The
like about Magic.
common barrier.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Hindi
now
ko
it's opening. It's becoming more accessible. It's becoming more welcoming. You have many different types of gameplay na will appeal to different people.
There you go. New Year's resolution. Try Magic the Gathering, or a game that you were hesitant to try last year, or a
Yes.
hobby that you were hesitant to try last year.
Try
That's a good one.
something new.
Yeah.
Oh, I have another resolution, and I think
Good.
it applies to both of us.
Mm-hmm.
Organize at least one all aboard XP.
We would have done it this, just so you
We
guys
would
know.
have done it
We
as
would have done
in
it this weekend.
this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah. If
Pero
everything was on track, we would have done it. We would have all aboard XP this weekend. We would be playing, but well, my future all aboards pa. So don't worry about it.
yes, definitely. There are future all boards. We'll make it happen. It's our part of our solution, and you can hold us into account. Parang,
Yeah.
"Hoy, asa na ang all aboard?" As as soon as pwede na open ng lahat. We'll do it safely, like, the ones that we did last year in November and
Mm,
December. That was super fun.
yeah. Yeah. I think I have one more. I think I realized nung past year, kasi lalo na nung December when I started bringing these games and teaching other people. But my one of my New Year's resolution, lalo na for board gaming, is learn accept wear and tear. That's
Oh,
one. That's one that I've learned to do last year. Kasi I've realized when I was playing these games, my brother was playing with me rin kasi. Sinab every time someone would like hold cards or shuffle it in a different way na hindi yung parang board gamer way, what they call it, or they hold their cards in a weird way, or pag nabasa ng onte, or all of these, not just with board games but with a lot of things. Parang my brother would like tell the guest, or ano, parang magagalit si Willow or something. So parang na-realize ko na maybe just maybe I've been a little bit too
protective.
protective of my games or all
Correct.
of my things, na parang dapat hindi nyo i-bend, dapat hindi nyo maganyan. But it also takes away the funness of the way other people play. I know it's gonna be different for everyone here kasi meron talaga mga protective people with their board games. But for me, since my goal for getting board games is to have fun, think I realized that I should be a little bit more lenient dun sa ganun. Kasi I remember
True.
when I played with a friend, that she was na-bend ng baby niya, and I was like, I was thinking, hindi ko na papagalitan yung baby niya, and we're all having fun.
Baby!
It's
Oh,
gonna
baby!
it's gonna break the whole mood of the game night. And I'm like, no, it's fine, don't worry. Then so na-realize ko na parang I should be a little bit more like that. Yeah, yun lang.
Yeah, I totally agree. Parang games are supposed to be played.
Mm-hmm.
If you're too strict, too protective, it gets in the way of fun. But at the same time, there are also ways to mitigate yung damage. Siyempre kasi it's a game, it's precious. So you can sleeve your cards uh para may added protection. So you
Yeah.
don't get that feeling kasi I think it's more internal, the feeling na parang no, but you don't, but so by added, I don't need to stress out if
Yeah.
the cards are sleeved.
Yeah.
And
Parang mas important, I guess you weigh it out, which is more important, like your board game, or that gaming friend, or that ano. But for me, I'd rather have my friend still play with us rather than magalit ako sa kanya, and then ano I mean, we can buy more games, don't worry about it. Yung But getting someone else to the hobby and pushing another person away would be more mas may less value yun. Mabawasan ng value yung board games for me. Whew, yun lang.
yeah, I totally agree with that. Actually,
We have
madami pa namang do we have other comments?
Yeah, we have more. John Fred says, New Year's resolution niya, though semi for board gaming lang, paint more minis. Bought
Yay!
a lot of paints, brushes, and didn't use most of it. You maybe
Well,
you can
now's
join
your
one of our G Live paint nights.
yes.
That will definitely do more of. Kahit wala ka on screen or ano, you can join us in chat while painting your own. I think a lot of people have done that. See, Sam would be an example. I think she painted one of her Marvel miniatures when we were painting yung Marvel United miniatures namin.
Yeah,
Yeah.
parang it just feels nice na parang you're doing an hobby. Tas even if we're separated physically, geographically, you know that someone out there is also uh enjoying the
Yeah, yeah,
same
the same
activity
thing.
as you are.
Hmm. Gino says, if not yet in person all aboard XP, what about an online GL hosted weekend convention? Maybe. Let's
Maybe
see how we can
we'll
do that.
see.
And also Wilner says, New Year's resolution, di na bibili ng board games nang hindi kasama ang expansions. Woo!
Oh, actually, there are a lot of games na there's a Tuscany level expansion na
Oh
parang
yeah,
you must have
must have.
expansion. And there are also times na you bought the base, tapos nakita mo na yung expansion. Tapos later on, hindi na available yung expansion. And you're like, sayang, I should have gotten the expansion.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's mostly what I wrote. Do you have any more to add or anyone in chat?
Uh, anyone? Well, I just want to say, ang whole premise nito is, we don't want to dictate anything.
Mm-hmm.
You do you. uh we just want to share our resolutions. Maybe if you feel that you've gained tips or recommendations or ways to make your resolutions, and we're happy to help and share our resolutions as well. Ano pa ba? Ang
Yeah,
dami nating na-discuss na mga
that is true.
random na
That is
terms like Kaizen, SMART goals, and I hope that that is useful for you. Uh, you can share it with your family and friends na parang Kaizen,
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 continuous
continuous
improvement.
improvement
There you go. But yeah, I think that concludes our G Live podcast night this
podcast.
Friday.
Yay!
Yeah. You'll see a copy of this in Facebook and also on YouTube. We'll find a way to get it on Spotify. But if just so you guys
Ooh,
know, meron din tayong Spotify podcast. It's still there. We'll try to get it there. It would be a
ito
nice
na ba?
maybe you can listen to it while you're painting or doing something. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed our little discussion about board game New Year's resolutions. If you do have more New Year's resolution, I'm gonna be posting on G Live Game Night a screenshot of this. Wait, let me screenshot. Hold up.
I think I look
Okay,
crazy in that.
there you go.
Pero,
I'm gonna post
oh
a
well,
screenshot of that.
I did that.
Then you can comment down dun sa ano kung ano yung mga board game New Year's resolutions or just any New Year's resolution that you'd like. We can continue our chatting and discussions in G Live Game Night community. If you're not part of the group yet, New Year's resolution mo is to be part of the G Live Game Night community and
Yeah, invite your friends over there so that you'll
comment
see,
with us.
"Ooh, ang
Yeah.
daming."
Kung
Every time I
ano-ano.
see every time I see anything board game or gaming related, tas parang ko, "Ay, share ko 'to sa G Live
Oh
game
yeah.
night." Yeah, kasi parang it's something that
Share
made
the
me
good
happy.
news.
I want to share it to other people.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
share the good news to other people.
Yeah.
Speaking of
But
good news, do we have news
yeah, we do have
announcements?
news. On Monday, we will have G Live Gaming News where you're gonna hear more news about new stuff.
Oh,
On Monday, 8 p.m. Still here on Facebook and on YouTube. Yeah, G
Monday.
Live Gaming News. And then we'll discuss na lang there what other shows we're gonna do for the rest of the month. But yeah,
Ano pa, oh, New Year supply drop. it's still available. We have Micro Macro Crime City, Bonfire, My Farm Shop, Doodle Dungeon, Kitchen Rush, and a bunch of undos.
Mm-hmm.
And sa dulo may secret na Tabanusi and Istanbul Big Box. I don't know
Secret.
how it got there.
What time?
Uh,
When will that be there? When will that have stock? We'll see.
yes.
You'll know that on G Live Gaming News on Monday at 8 p.m.
Uh, we also have new blogs updated.
Mm-hmm.
We have the roadmap on in our site, so you can check it out so that you can see what are the upcoming games in the website. Kung wala dun yung mga games na hinahanap nyo, you can sign up sa GL Game Request and we will do our best to procure those games for you. Pero yung sometimes yung mga other games talaga very challenging. As in, Mr. Store, parang kami, Mr. Store, may naghanap nito. Ay, pero a lot of the games rin, we were able to bring in na from the GL game request and now they're incoming. So I'm really excited for those. Ano pa ba? Ano pa ba mga news natin?
Yeah, I think that's
Non-GL
it.
related news. Uh, lalabas na yung Pokemon Legends of Arceus soon. If you're a Pokemon fan,
Yeah. Also, still more.
random
Yeah. Board game related, but yeah,
board game.
I
Wait, board game related. Tapestry is now on BGA.
VGA. There you go.
Yes.
That's so newsworthy news.
Yun lang naman. Ang dami nating mga
Yeah.
pahabol.
Anyway, we enjoyed talking with you guys. I hope you did too. We're gonna be signing off tonight. We'll see you guys on Monday. Still here on G Live Game Night, 8 p.m. We'll talk about news and stocks on Monday. Peace. Hope you guys have a blessed weekend. Bye bye.
Bye.
Peace.
Happy weekend.